Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. This is version 10.5 of the Plus patch. So, we check our log and we have something to do. We're going to go see a guy, about a guy, about a guy. If you're new to Bloodlines, and some of you will be, I highly recommend looking at going out into Santa Monica your first time and just talk to every character you can. There are 10,000 lines of wonderful dialogue in this game, and I recommend you listen to all of it. As a Ventrue, we get blue blood packs, which is very cool. We have some inspection so we can see these things, but there are two items. Even if they're not sparkling, they're here. You can pick them up. I'm going to sell them later when I get my finance ability up. There are some papers to look at on the desk. I recommend you look at those. Some money. That's very good. Then we're going to look at the computer. The password was on the piece of paper. There's also a television, and I recommend watching the television. The television tells you really cool things. There's a news broadcaster. Definitely worth listening to. Great fun. I'm just hitting next here, and it just is scrolling through these. Take your time and read these. This is all really good stuff. There's neat stuff on every computer in the game. Take your time and read it. It's really entertaining. And the radio is just priceless. I'm not going to listen to it here. It's really extensive. There's probably an hour worth of material on the radio. And it's really funny. It's really clever. Definitely worth your time. So, yeah, I just checked this out. I don't have lockpicking of 5. And so I'm going to go in there when I really need to. I always check this every time I go out. This is your mailbox. And that's it. We have our blue blood packs because we're a Ventrue, and that's very, very cool.
Hey, lady. You got some change, lady?
Yeah, I'm going to give this guy some money, and I'm thinking that it's going to give me a humanity, and it does. And that takes us up to 8. And what I want to do is every time I'm going to lose a humanity, I'll do a quest that makes me lose a humanity, then I'll do something to gain it back. Stay between 8 and 10, and yeah. This is a great scene. I'm waiting for the bum to get out of the way. We run forward, and then we get this. This scene here is this is the start of the game. That is just a great introduction. And here's the guy we have to see. This is the building right next to us. And what I'm going to do in Santa Monica is I'm going to do a bunch of just talking to characters. I'm, again, going to fast track through this. I recommend you don't. I recommend you actually, because these people give you important information. This is a ghoul. He's going to tell you what it is to be a ghoul. Something you're going to need to know. He's also going to give you a quest eventually. So, but the voice acting in this game is just so cool, and the characters are memorable. Yeah, this guy is, you know, I mean, he's just very, very interesting character with a lot of cool dialogue, and that's what you're going to find throughout the game. And part of the joy of Bloodlines is interacting with all these characters. So if you're new, go talk to all these people. So I'm not going to talk to the guy to the right just yet, or I'm thinking about it. Something that's really cool is in 10.5, this is a different car than in the version that I played and posted a long time ago. So I'm just checking it out to see, yeah, okay, that's new. Thanks WESP5 for, you know, continuously making the game better. So I'm going to talk to this guy. I do not have intimidation, so I'm very limited. Normally, if you have 2 points in intimidation, you can get more out of him.
Oh, I completely understand. Here, take a few bucks. Think nothing of it. I wouldn't be surprised if in this...
So I'm going to talk to him again.
Where is that?
See if I even have an option to get something. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to use him for blood. You can tell him to meet you in the alley, and you can get... This guy will refill. He's here until you leave Santa Monica. So I can get blood from him between after every quest, which is good. If you're any other clan, you can just go into the sewers and eat rats, or you can feed on a random person, but this guy is automatic refill. You just talk to him and get blood. The bum is down at the end of the alley, though, right now, and I didn't feel like dealing with that. I'll just feed on him later. I'm just going to move on and talk to Mercurio. Be nice to this guy.
Those mothers ripped me off. Yeah. I went... Goddamn chemist. I show up at the beach with them. I never should have gone alone. Those cock... Right. You're straight off the bus. Those small-time sons of... You gotta... Yeah, if you could... Oh, something just started leaking. I need something for the pain. One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this, I'm dead.
Okay, be nice to him. He is Sebastian Lacroix's ghoul. And if you are nice to him and don't rat him out, he will give you weapons early and often, and that's really good to have. Man, it is so cool to be back in this game. I have the strategy guide right next to me as I'm doing this, as I'm playing, and I'm not actually looking at it because I've kind of worn it out. I mean, it's kind of crumpled and dog-eared, but yeah, I just saw that the strategy guide is now $150 on Amazon. So, but if you can get your hands on one, it is really cool. It is very, very cool, and it's filled with information, and it looks great. So, yeah, I went back to this guy. I'm going to go ahead and top up on blood. I was just checking to make sure the bum wasn't down in the corner. I don't want to deal with him. But for some reason he wants to sit right there. But I'm a Ventrue. I can make him either go completely unconscious, I can trance him, or the other thing, anyone you hit with trance might also just run away, so I'm not going to take any chance. So I'm scrolling the wheel, and command is trance, and I'm just going to hit him. Yeah, he runs away, which is one of the things that can happen. They might start dancing, they might run away. I don't know why I stopped feeding on the guy, but okay, no worries. So, just topped up, just because I could, and wanted to show you that he's a source of blood and a very good source. The other really, really good blood doll that's free is the Doctor. We're going to meet him in a little bit. And the Doctor you can also feed on between every quest. The only downside with him is you have to go through 2 loading screens.
Please, wait your turn and you'll be seen. Nobody told me to expect any technicians.
Yeah, you want to be nice to her.
Fine, whatever.
So,
here's the key for the second
yeah, being
floor.
nice in this
Stairs
game,
down the hall. Tell the
if
guard
you're playing a
upstairs to
Ventrue,
work on the network.
Ventrues are always very polite, very sophisticated people. So a Ventrue would just be polite. Now, Ventrue will also kill you, but yeah,
Please.
at least they're polite about it.
My insides. It hurts so bad.
So we want to try to get this
I'm sorry,
Doctor.
miss, but you're going to have to wait outside like everyone else. No exceptions. See here now, I'm the only physician here at the moment. We got twice as many people as usual waiting for treatment. I'll look at her as soon as possible. I've got a man in there with a bullet in his head. My nurse paged Dr. Roberts a half hour ago. He'll be here any time. Till then, stay with your friend and make sure she doesn't go into shock. I must go. How are his vitals?
Can someone call my grandma, please? You... Who are you? Oh, what did you do? What did you do to me?
Yeah, do not tell her you're a vampire. That ends very badly. That is Heather Poe, and you are going to really like Heather. The voice actor who plays Heather also plays Nora in Fallout 4. It's the same voice actor. She's done, if you look at her her work on IMDb or anywhere, Wikipedia, you'll see this girl has done just, this woman has done an amazing number of roles. You have heard her voice before. She is an amazing voice actor, and I just love her work. She's and her portrayal of Heather is really awesome. So yeah, we're gonna see Heather again. Okay, I have lockpicking of 4, and or I need lockpicking of 4. So +2 to the 2 that I have, and we can go in there without any problem. Yep, lockpicking at 4. So we picked up morphine, and we can take that back to Mercurio. Now, there are 2 things I want to look at here. We want to look at, I want to take a look at Heather's record. She's in the computer. And Control-C to hack the computer. And we want to look at these emails. The emails tell a story of the doctor, Malcolm, being a very bad boy. So we're going to use that to our advantage, because that's what vampires do. Yep, there's Heather Poe. That's our girl. Ruptured organs, internal bleeding, and she's going to die if she... Well, she's not now. Now she's going to live. And we're going to meet Kilpatrick in a little bit. And, yeah. So, yeah, that's enough. So, yeah, every computer, take a look at it, read it. There's cool stuff. So... yeah, we found out her injuries are consistent with an automobile accident, and we just saved her life. In this room, we have a skill book. Computers for Grandma. So, the first 2 perks in the second tier, the top area, the first 2 perks are 4, and in the bottom area, the first 2 perks are 3 experience each. So, what the book is only good for the first or second point, and I already have a point because of the well-educated starting option that I took. Yeah, now we have 2 points in computer. So we do that. But what I want to do is I want to just double check and make sure that I can't play the book exploit, just to show you, who, and most of you have played the game many times, just to show you that the book exploit doesn't work. So we come in here to Trip, and I'm going to show you that it doesn't work. You can't sell the book.
Hey.
So I reloaded, and
how's it
we're going
going?
to talk to Trip and try to sell him the book.
You call me Trip. I own this shop.
And again, talk to all these characters. Lots of dialogue, really interesting.
Beats me.
If you've never played the game before, what's also interesting is the dialogue is very different. depending on what clan you play. The Malkavians have completely different dialogue because they're crazy. So every line is completely rewritten for the Malkavians. What they say and what they hear is very different, and how characters interact with the Malkavians is also different. So that's really cool. But it's also different for how people talk to you depending on your clan. So Ventrues are always well dressed and sophisticated, so people will say to you, like Chunk will say, "Boy, your job, does it pay well? Because you sure are dressed nice. Based on how you're dressed, your job must pay really well." Okay, very quickly, here's the book. I can't sell it. I'm trying to click on the sell button. Not possible. West 5 has taken that definitely out. So, yeah, that was very interesting. And I'm glad it's gone. That's nice. That's a good thing. That's a good change.
No.
So I want to get the quest from him also.
You know.
Yeah, I can just persuade him. This character is going to be high persuasion, which Ventrues are, so...
All right. Come take a look then.
Yeah, we don't need to buy any guns or ammo from this guy, and I'm not going to sell him anything just yet. I need to drop this stuff off, actually, in my apartment. Stop carrying it around. So, anyway, the dialogue is very different. If you're any other clan other than a Ventrue, for example, when you go see Officer Chunk, he'll say, "Oh, does that job pay? That job must not pay. You know, based on the way you're dressed, that job must not pay very well." And that's very interesting. So, okay, I told you I reloaded here, and yep, we have 2 points in computer, which we're going to do a computer quest in a little bit. That'll turn out to be very handy.
Where is that damn tow truck?
So we've done a quest, and we can just top up on blood again. I'm just showing you that after every quest, this guy should refill completely. The doctor also refills after every quest. So these are 2 free blood dolls in the game. You don't have to go. You can all, if you're any other clan but Ventrue, you can go to the prostitutes, but they charge you money. That's a waste of money. And these guys are free, and you don't have to sneak. You don't risk a criminal violation or a masquerade violation. Now in vanilla Bloodlines, it's pretty easy to feed on people who are just wandering around town, but yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to even fiddle with that. I'm going to give him the drugs.
Oh, holy Christ, I need it.
And we get a humanity and 1 XP. So we're up to 5. That's great. I want to keep stocking these up, and we're going to do all the easy quests and just load up XP and maybe find some good weapons, which we don't have any good weapons yet, but find some good weapons, and then we're going to do the difficult fights. There's a very easy fight that we can do with our bare hands very easily when we get the astrolate. That's a very easy fight, and so I'm not too worried about that, because we can, as a vampire, we can kill those low-level enemies with our bare hands. So you never want to put a weapon in a container with another weapon, because it just immediately transforms into ammo. And you never want to pick up a ranged weapon, anything that fires, anything that has bullets. The second weapon you pick up is just ammunition. So you think you'd pick up 2 38s, you'd have 2 38s, but you don't. You have 1 38. So, yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just stockpiling stuff, and then when I get finance to 5, I'm going to sell everything so I get the most money for the stuff. If I need money before then, I can always sell some things, but I'm probably not going to need. I'm not going to need any money until downtown, I'm thinking. And in downtown's the next hub, and in downtown I'm going to get finance to 5, and that's all I should need. I don't want to spend any XP that I absolutely don't have to because of the book glitch being gone, so yeah, that's my I could get haggle to 6, but I don't think I need it. I think 5 is going to be fine. This is, listen to this, this is cool.
What'll it be, honey? You're the health inspector. You know, at least the last health inspector had the decency to make it clear when he was asking for a bribe. Here's $50. I get to live the dream for another exciting month. Yay.
That's the same voice actress who does Heather Poe. And who also does the lone survivor Nora in Fallout 4. So, same voice actor. And she can do this really deep, grovelly voice, and she's talked about it in interviews. She's just very cool.
I don't care. I need to find him so he can find him. It's 250 grand of my money on the line here. Look, I'll talk to you later, okay? Let me know if you hear anything about either.
I want to talk to this guy and go ahead and get this dialogue out of the way.
Hello there. How you been? Welcome to Kilpatrick 24 Hours. Yep, sure do. I gotta have a few other... Well, my business... Hell yeah. Of course. You betcha. Yep, damn. Well, I don't... Great.
Yeah, basically I just want the quest from him. Now that guy does not refill between quests. I wouldn't feed on him, it's a waste of time. So, yeah, I tried in a previous edition and it doesn't work out. So, yeah, you have 2 infinite blood dolls that refill, so he's not one of them. There's a guy who stands here against the wall and pees against the wall, and you can feed on him too, and that's really safe. But you can get caught, it is possible. Where with the other 2 blood dolls, you can't. You're very safe. So you want to shoot things.
Check. Is this thing recording? God, I hate these things. Anyway, the McGee case is getting weirder all the time. I found where he's been hiding and I saw some really creepy stuff down there. There was no sign of McGee. I'm gonna follow up on another lead I got too. I updated the files on the computer. This is Carson signing off. Man, that sounds stupid.
There's a ring on the floor. Now there's a poster of Amalia on the wall behind us, and that is also the password, but I can just do Control-C and it pops right in. But if you get here and you don't have hacking high enough, you can just, when you see her picture on the wall, and we're going to see Amalia again later on. There's a footlocker, there's a key on the top. The footlocker is, I think, 8 lockpicking, and that's for a quest much later on in the game. And there's Amalia. So yeah, next time we see her, she's going to look a bit different. She has changed her look. Okay, yeah, Trip wants drugs. We have to remember to do that. There's a quest where we go into the hospital and empty a safe, and we're gonna get a perk or a stat out of that. And so you want to shoot things. I'm gonna go ahead and read that. The first two perks are 3 each, and this is only good for the first or second perk. They're both worth exactly this. They cost the exact same thing. So reading the book now is exactly the same thing as putting a perk in the first perk and then reading it later. But I really don't need ranged until probably 3 hubs from now. So I don't need ranged. So I'll just read it now and it's done. Hope that makes sense. This is enough for this episode, and I will see you next time. And next time there's going to be a fight. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you are playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and having a great time doing it. This is patch 10.5, and I hope you're playing along at home. Thanks.